Here are 11 micro habits and the science behind them, with an implementation plan. Perspective plans with new videos and podcasts weekly. Join our Patreon at patreon.com/perspective plans for exclusive videos and more. Visit perspectiveplans.com for all of your planner and stationery needs. Only at Perspective Plans, helping you plan for what's to come. Hey there, I'm Christina B. Rising, and welcome to the Perspective Plan Show. Here I help you boost productivity and stay organized to help you handle whatever life throws at you. Don't forget to subscribe for new videos and podcasts every week. You can also shop for workbooks, printables, and stickers at perspectiveplans.com. Thank you, patrons and channel members, for supporting this show. Now let's get into this episode. The 3 steps to putting micro habits into practice. Step 1. Start with a goal so tiny it's embarrassing to fail. Want to get better at public speaking? Start by talking in front of a mirror for 5 minutes a day. Want to work out? Try 1 push-up a day. It's about showing up consistently, no matter how small the effort. This builds the identity of someone who shows up every day, which is key. Step 2. Build a habit loop. James Clear's Atomic Habits teaches us habits have 4 parts: cue, craving, response, and reward. Cue, something in your routine that triggers the habit. Craving, the desire or motivation to act. Response, the habit itself, make it tiny and doable. Reward, something positive to reinforce the habit, whether it's a mental yes or taking a habit tracker. For example, cue, pouring your morning coffee. The craving is wanting calm before the day. The reward is feeling peaceful and checking off your habit. Step 3, reflect and adjust. Consistency isn't enough. You need to reflect. Weekly or monthly, ask yourself, can I maintain this habit easily? Is it moving me toward my bigger goals? Are there blockers I can remove? Is the reward still motivating? Use a habit tracker or even a journal to keep yourself honest and intentional. Adjust the habit as needed. Maybe increase your journaling from 2 minutes to 5 once it feels good. That's progress. Here are the 3 steps. The 3 steps to putting micro habits into practice in your everyday life. A detailed step-by-step approach on developing micro habits is provided below for your convenience. So let's get going. Tip 1, make a daily task list. Start your day or wind down the night before by creating a simple, clear task list. Jot down everything you need to do. Then take a moment to prioritize label tasks as urgent, high, normal, or even low priority. This small step helps you stay focused on what actually matters instead of reacting to whatever shouts the loudest. Keeping your list realistic is key. Don't cram 27 things into one day and expect to feel accomplished. Aim for clarity over chaos. For a digital boost, use tools like ClickUp, Todoist, or even Notion that can help you organize, automate, and even set reminders so nothing slips through the cracks. Whether you're managing work projects, life administration, or just trying to remember to eat lunch, having a daily task list gives your day structure and your brain a bit of a break. Tip 2, delegate 1 simple task daily. You don't have to do everything yourself, seriously. A simple way to free up time and mental energy is to delegate just 1 small task every day. It could be something as routine as scheduling a meeting, following up on a status update, or replying to a batch of repetitive emails. These little things add up, and offloading them creates space for you to focus on higher impact work. The key is to delegate clearly. Be specific about what needs to be done, when it's due, and what a good outcome looks like. Clear communication sets the other person up for success and helps avoid the dreaded back and forth later. Not only does this help you work smarter, but it also builds trust within your team or support system. Delegation isn't dumping tasks, it's empowering others while giving yourself permission to focus on what you do best. 1 small handoff at a time. You're buying back your time. Tip 3, spend 20 minutes learning each day. Carving out just 20 minutes a day to learn something new might not seem like much, but over time, it adds up to serious growth. The key is to pick a time when your energy and focus are at their very best. Whether it's the first thing in the morning with coffee, during a midday break, or as part of your evening routine for winding down. Use that window to dive into anything that sparks your curiosity or supports your goals. Read thought-provoking articles, watch short tutorials, take bite-sized online classes, or even listen to insightful podcasts while you walk or commute. It doesn't have to be intense or formal, just consistent. These small daily investments build powerful skills over weeks and months, expanding your knowledge and keeping your mind sharp. Think of it as compounding interest for your brain. A little learning every day can unlock big opportunities down the line. Tip 4, cut your workday 5 minutes earlier every day. If you're the type who regularly works past your intended stopping time, hate perfectionists and overachievers, try this gentle approach. Finish your workday just 5 minutes earlier every day. It's a simple shift that adds up and helps you gradually reclaim your evenings without a dramatic overhaul. Instead of trying to go from working late to logging off at 5 p.m. sharp overnight, this method gives your brain and your schedule time to adjust. Those extra 5 minutes become a boundary you reinforce daily, training yourself to wrap up more efficiently and prioritize what truly matters to you. Over time, you'll not only get closer to your ideal quitting time, but you'll also boost your focus during the day and better protect your personal downtime. It's not about doing less, it's about doing what actually matters, then logging off with zero guilt. Tip 5. Spend 20 minutes weekly on reflection. Set aside just about 20 minutes a week to check in with yourself. No distractions, no multitasking, just you and your thoughts. Use this time to review your progress, revisit your goals, and reflect on what's working and what isn't. Did you hit a milestone? Celebrate it. Got stuck on something? Make a note and explore what might help you move forward. Treat this like a meeting with your future self, a moment to pause, zoom out, and adjust your course if needed. You can jot down notes, talk it out with a coach, or even journal. Or even use a voice memo if that's more your style. This simple practice helps you stay aligned with your bigger vision, makes intentional tweaks to your habits, and builds momentum without burning out. Reflection isn't just looking back, it's how you make smarter moves going forward. Tip 6, practice public speaking 5 minutes a day. Want to build confidence and sharpen your communication skills? Spend just 5 minutes a day, practice public speaking. It doesn't have to be formal or even intimidating. Just pick a topic related to your work, goals, or even interests, and talk out loud. Stand in front of a mirror, record yourself, or even speak to an imaginary audience. Pets even count as well. This daily habit helps you improve clarity, tone, and presence without the presence of a big stage. Over time, you'll get better at organizing your thoughts on the fly, expressing ideas more clearly, and speaking with calm authority. All essential for leadership, interviews, presentations, and, let's be honest, life in general. The key is consistency. A few minutes a day builds comfort and muscle memory, helps you sound a bit less robotic and more confident when it really counts. Think of it as a micro workout with your voice and mindset. Tip 7, reduce social media by 5 minutes a day. Let's face it, social media is a time magnet. But instead of quitting cold turkey, try a gentle reminder or a more realistic approach. Reduce your screen time by just 5 minutes every day. It's a small shift that's easy to stick with and doesn't feel like a major sacrifice. Those tiny daily reductions add up surprisingly fast. And before you know it, you'll have carved out extra time to read, reflect, move your body, or even just breathe without a glowing screen in your face. And because you're dialing back gradually, you're less likely to feel deprived or even fall back into old habits. Whether you use built-in app timers, schedule a social media break, or even simply replace 5 minutes of doom scrolling with something more intentional, the goal is the same: regain control of your time and attention. Little by little, you'll feel more present, less distracted, and way more in charge of your day. Tip 8, micro habit. Spend 20 minutes every week in thoughtful reflection. One of the most underrated superpowers for personal and professional growth, intentional self-reflection. Just 20 minutes a week is enough to pause, zoom out, and ask what's working, what's not. Where am I heading? This habit helps you course correct before you're way off track. It's like giving your brain a weekly tune-up, checking the map before you keep driving. Ask yourself, am I regularly meeting my goals? If not, what's getting in the way? Are the habits I'm practicing actually moving the needle? Do my current goals still align with the kind of life I want overall? Schedule it. Seriously, put weekly reflection on your calendar. Use that time like a weekly reset to celebrate small wins. Identify what's slowing you down. Realign with your bigger picture. Whether you journal, use a habit tracker app, or just think quietly with your coffee, this tiny ritual can unlock massive clarity. You can do anything but not everything, David Allen. Accept and embrace small habits for growth. If you want to boost your health, productivity, and self-confidence, both at work and in life, micro habits are where to start. The trick? Know your big goals, then break them down into tiny daily actions that inch you closer to it. but don't rely on willpower alone. Because let's be honest, that runs out fast. Build a system that helps you track and reflect on your habits. As James Clear says, the purpose of setting goals is to win the game. Your system, that's what keeps you in the game. Micro habits are powerful because they turn big changes into manageable steps. No need to wait for motivation to strike. Just show up consistently, even if it's for only a few minutes. Remember, those small wins add up and create lasting momentum. So whether it's a habit tracker app, a daily journal, or a weekly self-check-in, find your system and stick with it. That's how you keep growing, improving, and moving forward, one tiny habit at a time. I just want to take a moment to thank our patrons and channel members. This episode would not be possible without your support. Thank you. And if you would like to support the show, visit patreon.com/perspective plans today. Thank you so much for stopping by and pressing play. I truly appreciate it. Let me know down below in the comments or your podcast review what tip you'll be using. Keep planning for what's to come, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.